All right, guys. So we talked about this little bit in our group chat, but I have to tell you that Tubi, for hosting the TV show The Lesbian Homie, which has 3 seasons, has now entered
breaking news.
the Chaotic Neutral Hall of Fame.
Hello. AJ, I have 3 working theories as to why you picked the old theme tonight. 1, because we are discussing Mortal Kombat, and it's our Mortal Kombat theme. 2, because you miss Juice so much that you wanted him to somehow be with us. Or 3, it was totally by accident, and you meant to hit the new theme.
It's 3.
Don't tell me which one it was.
It's 3.
No, it's 1 and 2. It's 1 and 2. I missed Juice.
If you add those up, it's 3. So I'm still right.
So true.
But yeah, we're gonna get all into that TV show later. There's 3 seasons of this show.
Yeah. Fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Don't worry. Yeah. But yeah, if it's your first time viewing the program, 1, how? 2, my name's AJ Lancaster. I'm one of the hosts of this fine program.
Hi, we're the Deacons. Juice looks different every week this past month. Juice, where are you? How did you get in this basement? With us tonight is our dear friend Benny Hamblin, who is joining us from the dark.
I was just going to roll with the Juice thing and pretend to be Juice.
Honestly, you could just be Juice tonight.
It's Ben Juice.
Yeah, Ben Juice.
Yes.
Benny
the
Juice.
most delicious juice of them all.
Squeeze it easy.
Yeah, just
Good Juice, Ben.
Oh, Benny. Always happy to have you. Welcome to the madness.
And to be here on Lesbian Homie Night, that's icing on the cake. I mean, season 3 is a little weaker than season 1 or 2, but I don't care. I'm amped to talk it. We're here. I'm ready.
Betty,
I've been
with you guys. You didn't review Smurfs this week. I was waiting with bated breath for your Smurfs review.
We're so excited to hear your thoughts on Smurfs.
That was the original plan, but Moose had already watched I Know What You Did Last Summer for the first time this week, and then we were just committed.
Fair. So next week, Smurfs. I mean, Fantastic Four, whatever. Yeah. It's fine. Well, we all want to hear about is Smurfs. Speaking of Smurfs, William in the chat. Hey, movie is thriving.
Why don't I actually do that quick update while we're bringing that up? I do have updated lists for the fantasy football draft order. So as of today, it will be 14th place Smurfs, William Harold. 13th place PJ Campbell with Mithrigan 2.0. 12th place PLD with Karate Kid Legends. 11th is Kim Denuzio with Ballerina. 10th place is Buck with 28 Years Later. 9th place is our own AJ Lancaster with Elio. 8th place is our own Justin the Juice with Final Destination. 7th place is someone Benny knows very well, Moose Haas with F1, followed right away by Benny with Thunderbolts in 6th. I happen to be in 5th, followed by Bethany in 4th with How to Train Your Dragon.
You're going to be in Benny sandwich.
Yep, I am. Actually, I am. That's probably how it's going to end.
Yeah.
John Mariano moved up to 3rd with Superman. Jurassic World, Taylor Blunden is in 2nd. And Lilo and Stitch, Jeremiah Morris looks like he's getting number 1.
The most surprising thing to me out of all of this is how high Final Destination is. Like, Juice isn't sitting pretty right now.
Yeah, it's funny, but I just looked at that. So literally our podcasts are sandwiched. It's literally the Deacons, Benny and Moose, and then AJ and Juice.
Yeah.
So we're all going to be picking consecutively. That'll be interesting.
Some murderers row.
Here's the thing. We do all know how we drafted, how we did last draft selection, except for Benny. Benny is a wild card, and I'm so excited to see
I can't wait to see Benny's draft. Benny's draft is going to be fantastic.
I go with Manning's right off the bat, so I'm just going to
Obviously.
stick with that theme. It's never it worked for me, but someday it will.
So, like, no joke, Juice one year, like, sarcastically took Joe Flacco as his last round pick and kept him, and he wound up winning him the league.
It worked out. It actually legit ended up working out. He's like Joe Flacco for the joke, and then, like, no lie, he won our league.
He won the league that year because he had Joe Flacco.
So, never say never. Draft a Manning. It might pan out. Like, I don't know anymore. Truly don't.
I mean, Eli might be better than whatever they have going on in New York. So
yeah, the Giants might get desperate enough to call him back. Truly, they're like, you're like, I've been doing this for a minute, but like, you did good for us in the past. Suit up.
I think they're tanking to try to draft his illegitimate son or whoever the kid at Texas is.
Yeah. His nephew, right?
Which one's kid is that?
It's the one who doesn't play
Eldest
football.
brother?
Yeah, he's
Whatever
he's the fourth.
Sure. Absolutely.
I believe.
He's the seed of the bad one? That's no good.
Yeah, he's the seed of the bad one. I know, right? We were all surprised.
The bad one was like had legendary like wide receiver prospects, and then he had a career-ending injury in college.
Yeah, maybe he would have
So
been
he
a
like
good
became like coach and mentor.
He was a 5'9" white guy. He was not going to become a great wide receiver.
He was 6 foot. They're all like 6'5". It's freakish how tall the man are.
I don't know his height, to be completely fair.
But Benny, correct me if I'm wrong, but like your team would be the Cincinnati Bengals, correct?
I do cheer for the Bengals reluctantly.
Reluctantly.
I sarcastically said in the group chat today that whoever does like a punishment should be that whoever loses whatever has to take the Bengals defense because that is probably the worst defense in football.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We don't do defense.
Maybe the best offense.
Maybe this is their year. Maybe the defense is going to be good. We don't know.
Their first round draft pick has not signed, and their star linebacker is holding out.
I'm not saying things are looking great for them at the moment, but I'm just saying any given.
And I don't think Joe Burrow's knee is going to opt in for this season, so it's all moot anyway.
Oh, chaos.
Well, yeah, pure chaos. We'll see how they're doing. Good old whatever his face. The other St. Brown is on his like 18th team.
Equinemius.
Equinemius, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like calling him the other St. Brown because it's funny.
I love telling people it's just NFL is my reality TV.
Yeah, there's always some good drama and some good something. Yeah, who did he sign with? It literally was like his like 5th team. But I saw something about it today. Let me look it up.
But anyway, yeah. So Benny, obviously, you're pretty much locked in. I think where you're going to be picking. Fantastic Four is going to pass Thunderbolt, so you're going to be picking 7th, I think. So could be you might actually be in prime position to get Joe Burrow.
Oh, he's now on the 49ers.
So he might be starting there with all the injuries they have.
Yeah, that's gonna be his time. It's called St. Elsewhere.
So I know you mentioned it on. I listened to about the first 15 minutes of your podcast this morning, Benny.
It was all downhill from there anyway.
I like that honesty.
So I know you all discussed the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, but that's something we have to, Mortal Kombat's always been a big thing on here, and I did a live reaction of it the other day. But AJ, what are your thoughts? Like, does this trailer give you any more hope than the last one? Like,
I have so much hope that I am so afraid to get hurt again.
That's fair.
Like, but I'm gonna let it happen. That's what this summer's been all about for me. My personal life and in media now. So I mean,
good to be hopeful.
I'm
to believe.
God, Carl Urban doing the most. Love it.
Yeah, the fake trailer, the trailer for the fake movie was absolutely phenomenal. Like, sign me up for that movie. I would watch that all day, every day. Like, the fact that there's like a missile that shoots out on the ground level and somehow it's a helicopter that's well in the air is just like
obviously
fantastic. I'm all about Cage Unleashed or whatever the name of the fake movie was. Give me that one.
Citizen Cage.
That's they list like 3 or 4 of his previous ones. I think the one that it's actually for is Cage Unleashed, but I could be mistaken.
It's just,
but Carl Urban looks like he understands the assignment. Like, there was a lot of like, when he got cast, it's going to be older Johnny Cage, obviously, and things like that. I think he's like, he gets it.
Yeah, man. And they understand the tongue-in-cheek arc of it. I loved MK10 when they made Johnny the hero of the story. Like, to have him be the one that takes that Shinnok, like when they did it that way. So if they do that with Shao Kahn and him, like, I think that could be, those character interactions would be really fun between Shao Kahn and Johnny if Johnny's the hero. Like, you don't have any powers.
May I just say that I am impressed and also frequently annoyed that the best jokes every Wednesday come from William in the chat. It's not even anything that's ever said on screen. It's literally William in the chat. It's my favorite jokes. Oh, I'm like, yeah. Like, that's a quality joke. Quality joke. And it pleased me. I just needed him to know that.
You could always draft it into a regular segment, the William Harold Rewind. Just
yes, honestly, every anniversary recap, I feel like we should go back and find some of William's like best comments from the chat and do like a little montage of those. That's a lot of work for you, Juice. I'm sorry, you're not even here, and you probably won't see me say this. I'll put it in the chat as well.
Do it like on
as the official Juice operating at this time, he fully accepts this mission on the behalf of the
thank you, Juice.
You're welcome.
What? I knew you would rise to the challenge and be totally game for it. So this makes me very pleased. Thank you so much, Juice, for agreeing to these terms and conditions that we have laid upon you today. Yeah. What a true gentleman, honestly.
This happens to be a pretty big weekend, though. Like, obviously, Fantastic Four comes out, plus Happy Gilmore 2 is hitting Netflix on Friday. And for the big one for me, actually, is neither one of those. Me being the big Billy Joel nut that I am, the second half of the documentary on HBO comes out on Friday. So it's going to be a busy weekend of content for us here.
Yes, much to watch.
Get around Fantastic Four.
What of those 3 would you say y'all are most excited for?
I'm not, but I'll get around to Fantastic Four. I'm gonna watch Happy Gilmore 2 because I pay for the streaming service anyways.
Right.
I have total ennui.
Oh, ennui, not ennui.
We went back to Inside Out 2.
So none of those are exciting you. What am I most excited for? I did really enjoy the Billy Joel Part 1 documentary. Some good stuff in there. I'm not remotely excited about Happy Gilmore. Sorry, not sorry. I will watch it because Mike's going to watch it. So I'm going to watch it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Fantastic Four. I really, really, really like this cast. And that doesn't mean that it's going to be a good movie, but I'm happy to see all of them grace my screens. And I hope that it doesn't disappoint me, but we'll see.
I mentioned this in the group chat earlier. We're seeing Fantastic Four tomorrow, and it barely has phased me. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's whereas in the past, like, it would be a big, we're going to see this summer's big Marvel movie, and you'd be super excited. And I'm just here saying, is it next week so I can watch Naked Gun already?
So.
Yes.
Benny, are you Fantastic Four, Happy Gilmore 2, or the Billy Joel documentary? Which one is speaking to you the most?
I think if we're doing marry, fuck, kill here, I'm going to marry the Fantastic Four. I'm going to bang the Billy Joel documentary, and then Happy Gilmore 2's got to die.
Yeah.
Okay, this is fair. I think those are fair rankings. I personally agree. First of all, you don't want to marry Billy Joel. He clearly isn't good at it. Like his marriages don't last. So yeah, have a good time with them, a little roll in the hay, and you settle down in the Fantastic
Get some free
Four.
concert tickets.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think that's the call. Yeah, sorry, Happy Gilmore 2. I don't know. Like, do we think? Obviously, I understand that Adam Sandler has the whole like
The contract
with Netflix,
Yeah.
but yeah, and not being theatrical. Not to say like Netflix can't do good movies.
I think they should have put it in theaters for like a weekend or two, like they did with
Glass
Onion.
Onion. Yes, Glass Onion is a good Netflix movie, but again, I don't even think of it as being a Netflix movie because we saw it in theaters, so
it was it was just like a regular theatrical release. But if they did it, I can't imagine Happy Gilmore 2 was like super expensive to produce. They could have made that money back.
Why not put it
in 2 weekends? I think
put it in theaters for literally like a week or two.
Hustle was good.
In the 90s would have been. Oh, that's true. Hustle's good. Anything else Netflix has done that's good?
Like, I mean, good. Well, I mean, good Netflix originals in general. I mean, there's a bunch.
Yes, I think their TV content is great.
Movies, yeah.
I can think of a lot of like original movies that I'm like, you know what really was fantastic?
They cloned Tyrone.
Is that a Netflix?
Yes.
Oh,
The
okay.
Day Shift was also Netflix. Like, they have some good stuff.
They have some good. They do. They Netflix is out there. They're doing it.
I feel like
doing the darn thing.
Netflix. Most of the movies I've watched on there has been like if you have like your passing grade line, they might get just above that. Like, okay, it wasn't terrible.
What was it right before Christmas? Everyone was hype about
the airport one.
Yeah, the whatever airport Carry On.
Oh yeah, dude, Carry On was
That
bomb.
was a good movie.
It was fun. Like I enjoyed it, but like the way it was one of those things that like everyone had like talked it up so much that by the time we got around to it, I was like, I would have appreciated this so much more if I just would have happened upon it. I would have been like, wow, that was a good 2 hours of my time. But in my mind, I was like, this is going to be the greatest action movie ever. And I was like, yeah, like it's solid.
I still maintain that if it was Jason Bateman in my ear telling me what to do, it would have been an entirely different movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
What?
The cast is good. The premise is ridiculous, but like that's kind of what makes a good action movie. So I'm fine with that. Like if there were some good bits, like I thought it held my attention. Like I definitely think it was like a fun campy action movie. But like people had talked this up. Like everyone at work was like, "Have you seen Carry On Netflix?" And I was like, "What is this Citizen Kane you all speak of?" And then I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." Also, kind of how I feel about Citizen Kane though. Whatever, shoot me.
Citizen Kane is a very boring movie unless you really hate like Randolph Hearst.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Citizen Kane joke.
It is fine. It's fine. I get it. I understand why it's important for film and whatever. And I understand that like we quote it all the time. Like people quote this movie all the time. They have no idea that they're quoting like so many things and like tropes came from it and blah, 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 blah. I get that. I do. But as someone who has watched this movie a handful of times, I'd like to say I've given it a chance at different ages. Because like sometimes you appreciate something, you get a little bit older and you do. I tried this movie a few times and every time I'm like, like look at it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Have you guys heard about my self-punishment quest that I'm doing this year?
Yes, I know about it.
No.
I don't know if they do.
No, wait, do I know about
I am watching every Best Picture winner.
Oh, I do know about
Oh,
this. Yes.
how
Yes,
green
yes,
is
yes.
your valley, sir?
That is.
I have watched it now.
How's
It's not
that
as
treat
green
you?
as you think. It's in black and white.
That also got me.
They answered the question in the first frame.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
you know the messed up thing is like they build a coal mine in the valley. So even if it was in color, there'd be no fucking green in the valley. It's just all a lie.
This is true.
I guess it's kind of true.
I'm just gonna, yeah. I mean, I enjoy the Oscars. I really do. I get excited for it. I get excited for award season in general. but there are some real clunkers of Best Picture. Some movies that we put on a pedestal. I don't know. It's fine though.
Oh, there are a lot of painful ones.
What was the hardest one to get through?
What's been the worst so far?
Well, Nomadland I consider the worst movie ever made. So far it's at the bottom of the list. But as far as like painful experiences go, Out of Africa was brutal.
Yeah.
The Great Ziegfeld, unless you're really into 20th, like turn of the century Broadway, it's hard to get through. I'm not its target demographic.
Okay. Yeah,
and I would like to do a What the Show watch along with a movie called Gigi at some point. I think it's right for your show.
Sign me up. We're ready. We agree.
Yeah.
Do you agree on your behalf?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
Well,
everyone on What the Show agrees.
What is this beeping noise?
Gigi. What year is that from? Oh,
Gigi's in like the 60s somewhere.
60s?
He's gone for technical difficulties. But 1958.
Gigi.
Like Gigi without the L. Yeah, like Gigi Hadad.
Like Gigi Hadad, okay.
But Gigi, that'd be a great watch along.
Yeah. A 1958 film. Oh my God.
Benny.
Oh no. Oh! Benny.
Yes.
Geely Gigi double dose. Geely Gigi
double feature. Yes. And then we stared at a picture of Gigi Hadad for a minute to like complete the trifecta. We're like, oh, there she is.
Absolutely.
Citizens of Omaha, Nebraska, I will rent out the drive-through.
The drive-through or the
drive-in? Drive-in.
AJ, please rent out the drive-through because I want to see what happens here.
Drive-through movie. You just keep on going through the window. But I'll rent out the drive-in for Geely Gigi double dose.
Oh, if you give us enough time, I will drive to Omaha to the drive-thru.
October? October? That was so cute.
The Gigi, yeah, that sounds like a while. So on the
time
on the opposite end, Benny, what was like the one that you liked the most? Like maybe that didn't expect to like him, like
right.
There were a handful that like I went in like dreading, and then I saw them, they blew me away. Like Moonlight, totally that movie's totally not made for me. Loved that movie. It was so really good. I had never seen Spotlight before. I thought that was excellent.
Yes, I agree.
And then there's an old movie, All About Eve, which if you've not seen it, like the story, is not really up my alley, but it's the best acted movie I've ever seen. Like it was just really impressive. So there were quite a few. And Gone with the Wind, to my great embarrassment, I had never seen it. That movie's amazing and it's very twisted.
Yeah, so long though, so long.
I saw
it is
a long time. It's been a long time since I watched that movie.
But here's the thing, like if you sat through 4 hours and you get a happy ending, that's like a waste of your day. But like you sat through 4 hours and like the kid dies and the guy's like, I'm out. That's a quality film.
Give it to him, and you're like, oh shit, okay.
So I've been on a bit of a different mission of torturing myself, Benny.
The Razzies Best Picture.
No, not the Razzies. No.
I've seen most of those.
Yeah, fair.
I think you can upload anything to Tubi that you want.
Oh, you've just been uploading things to Tubi? I didn't know you could do that.
You can find stuff like 3 seasons of The Lesbian Homie on Tubi.
True. On Tubi.
I don't know how these are being made or produced or, oh my God, but finding the worst Tubi original content.
Oh.
Is it a Christmas Karen? Because I think my money is on it being a Christmas Karen.
No.
It's
okay.
worse.
I'm powering through. We got through the first episode of this TV show, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen. There are 3 seasons. I need to watch every single bit of it. It took me an hour to watch the 24 minutes there. But there's stuff like it keeps on like, okay, this guy's catchphrase. The guy who wrote this show
Yeah.
is, and
Wait,
he
is
says it just like
this is Lesbian Homies or a different one?
the lesbian homie
Okay. Okay.
is to the max, but doesn't say it like that. He doesn't. He says it kind of calm, like to the max, like just kind of says it into a microphone, ADR, and it cuts to a black screen of him say of to the max and an exclamation point, but he doesn't pronounce the exclamation point ever. It's him walking himself through his wildest male gaze scenarios I've ever seen in my life. It's trash. It's terrible. It shouldn't exist. I need you all to watch it.
Yeah, Lego, I think that's a yes. I think you do need to watch The Lesbian Homie. Yes, Zach Morris. I sang the Saved by the Bell theme song today, and I think it went over her head because she said something like, when I wake up in the morning, I was like, your alarm clock sets a warning, and you think you'll never make it on time? And she goes, I'm always early. And I go, oh, you're too young. Okay, never mind. I'm like, that reference went way over here.
Also, I did no important news to announce, but there's a special someone in my life, and I showed her Teen Witch today.
The show or the movie?
Honestly, the real shame is that Teen Witch never won an Oscar. That is Hollywood's biggest blunder.
Best song. Could have been best song for top that.
Teen Witch is everything.
Teen Witch is magical.
We haven't watched Teen Witch in a while. I need to watch Teen Witch.
We're talking about the 1986 one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That is a magical movie.
It's so good. It is so good. The fact that we're getting a Practical Magic sequel, I'm really hyped for. But also, where's Teen Witch 2 when you need it, you know? Never too late.
Do we have like
Didn't they do a whole
$25 to
spin-off
make
TV
it?
show?
You probably could.
The TV. I've never seen the TV show.
I didn't either, but I know they made one.
Yeah.
Like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or like a different Teen Witch show?
I swear there was just a show called
Like this
Teen
show
Witch.
called Teen Witch. We're looking into this now. Was there? Man, I've missed out.
It could be before your time too.
Yeah. Let's see. Teen Witch TV show. Let's see.
Also showing somebody Teen Witch for the first time who's but they have seen and loved the Southland Tales as much as I do. Oh god, showing them Teen Witch is amazing.
Okay, here I have a list on IMDb of shows about witches, and I'm not getting a teen witch.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch is the top.
Yeah, Witches of East
Maybe I'm thinking of the worst witch.
Maybe.
That could be.
Yeah,
Which is
I
another
know.
solid 80s witch show.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm not getting a
We
teen
got
witch
excited. Like,
show.
oh, this should.
I'm like, there's a show. How have I not seen
This
that?
could be a thing. 100%.
Sadly, I don't think so. There are a lot of shows about teen witches, but none that are just teen witch based on. Also, a Google question is teen witch appropriate? Parents need to know that this movie is permeated with teen sexual energy. I mean, maybe permeated with teen sexual energy.
Permeated with.
There's
teen
some
sex-
making out, some sex talk among teens using words like trouser snake and hard on. And a teacher talks about and pulls out a wrap condom during a sex ed class. Honestly, what teen movie doesn't have
something
a
like
sex ed class? Like, they're always putting a condom on a banana in movies. Like, someone make a supercut of that. And
Juice, will you make a supercut of that?
yeah, Juice, would you make a supercut of every teen movie where they're wrapping a banana a trouser?
Yes, absolutely. I will produce as much penis-based content as this channel can in the next week. I guarantee it.
AJ, did you hear that here from Common Sense Media? This is where this is pulled from. One of the Google questions is teen witch appropriate? Appropriate for whom I'm uncertain, but it says parents need to know that this movie is permeated with teen sexual energy. Honestly, the best review of Teen Witch I've ever heard. Permeated with teen sexual energy.
It's dotted in there.
It's right on in there.
So can we ask AI if Porky's 3: The Revenge is appropriate and get its response?
Okay, somebody. I don't know how to. I don't do chat GPT. Somebody
Let
do
me see here. I'm gonna. Okay, is Porky's 3? Porky 3. What is it called?
The Revenge.
The Revenge. Appropriate. I'm excited to see what it says.
Me too.
Okay. Oh, this one isn't as funny as the other one. It just says it's not generally considered appropriate for children due to its mature content. IMDb says the movie contains moderate levels of sex and nudity, violence and gore and profanity. Boo, I wanted it to have a funny thing like Teen Witch did.
Me too.
That is disappointing, honestly. Here the question is, I thought that was gonna be exciting. It was asking about the plot. I was like, I'd love it to explain the plot, but they just took that from IMDb, so it's not that exciting. Yeah, man. That's disappointing. Permeated with sexual teen energy. I'm going to try to work that into a sentence tomorrow. That's your goal. At some point in the day, be like, is it permeated with sexual teen energy?
Okay, but I work at a fragrance store. I shouldn't do that.
Probably not.
No. I will be arrested on the spot.
Yeah. There's not a chance that really any of us could probably work that in while we were working. Maybe tomorrow when I go to the movies to see Fantastic Four and I'm like checking out my Raisinets, I can be like, is this permeated with teen sexual energy? Just to see this poor little concession person be like, what the hell?
Now with adrenochrome.
You know, I could probably you have like the little disclaimers at the bottom of your work emails, like this is confidential. So you could probably sneak it in there. This email was permeated with teenage sexual energy. Please don't disclose.
Yeah. I think
release the files.
And release the files.
You know, if they do, and it's just like a drawing of Kermit the Frog in crayon, everyone's going to be so disappointed.
I would be so happy.
Honestly, I'd be kind of into it. Is that? I'd be like, yeah, that tracks. That does track.
The secret is just like, may every day be another wonderful secret, and every day is just a picture of a coloring book.
Yeah, just a little doodle of different Muppets characters. We're like, ooh, today's Fozzie.
Yeah. Everyone thinks this sex trafficking scandal is going to have an unhappy ending. You know, our minds are just going to negative places. Like, we got to frame it positive. We don't know the ending, you know.
We don't know the ending.
Yeah.
That's a really valid point that you bring up, Betty.
That's right. That's why I quit Twitter, because it's all about negativity.
Permeated with teen sexual energy.
That it is.
I found the internet tends to be a place that is a correct statement. No matter where you're hanging out on the internet, you're like, you know what, it is permeated. And
only here on What the Show are you going to find out that there might be a happy ending.
No, I'm just imagining like.
And I'm not talking about figuratively either. I mean an actual happy Disney ending.
I can't.
Okay, now I'm just seeing like the official Nintendo seal that you used to see on Nintendo video games back in the day. But it says now permeating with teen sexual energy.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Put it on a t-shirt. The next time everyone gets together, What the Show gets together, I want it on a t-shirt.
Permeated.
Juice, you should wear that t-shirt.
Juice?
Yes.
Would you like to wear that t-shirt?
Absolutely. We'll also be putting them on sale next month. I'll have the QR code in the penis reel.
Yeah, love it. I love it. Man, your alternate personality, Juice, when he finds out the things you agreed to, he's going to be hyped.
He's going to be early from now on.
This is how we finally get Juice to show up on time. You're like, you don't know what you're agreeing to.
We need Juice, that the other, Justin Oliver, to film a reaction video to this stream.
To all the things. Also, other Juice, Justin Oliver, his alter ego. He messaged us about how he wouldn't be able to make it again tonight, because of circumstances, and then already messaged us about next week. I'll be there, but I'll be late. And I'm like, how do you already know? What is happening? Now you already know you're going to be late next week.
Let's be fair. He could say that probably about
any Wednesday.
2/3 of our streams. Yeah.
Juice doesn't need a watch to tell what time it is. No. He tells the watch what time.
He tells,
it is.
yeah.
100%, no doubt.
You have to respect a man that doesn't live by a time zone's boundaries. I kind of respect the cavalier nature of it.
He makes his own time zone. We know that Mountain does not exist, but whatever zone Juice is in, that exists.
It exists. Mountain Time does not exist, so it's not real.
He's in Central.
Yeah, but Mountain Time does not exist.
It doesn't exist. It's not a real time zone. I don't care what anyone says.
I think it existed in the 80s, but only if you had TBS.
Right.
Yes.
100%. Yeah, it was Mountain Time. But now it doesn't. Yes, yes. Now it doesn't exist anymore. Sadly.
Also, I just want to report for any fellas who might be watching who can't really sing but have a naturally deep voice. If you have any ounce of charisma in your body, thank James Gunn, because Punk Rocker is a great karaoke song.
That's a good song. I have to say, James Gunn really knows how to do a needle drop. I know, obviously, he's not the only director to do this. Tarantino obviously gets credited for that. But I walked out of Superman, and those songs have been stuck in my head. And also probably because people keep using them online every time they talk about it or talk about something adjacent. And it just gets stuck in my head. Benny, I understand you are not a big fan of the movie. You should have been here last week when I had my rants. I could have had someone backing me up. I had a couple of rants. I overall enjoyed the film. There's just a couple of things I ranted about. It's fine. We're all fine. But I will admit that the music is very catchy. I'm a big believer in the music for sure.
It wasn't bad, but it was a kids movie.
Yeah, hey, I like kids. I like kids movies. Rant, you said Lego. You also, yes, you missed my rant. I need you to. I'm willing to do it again. But if you don't want to hear it again, the two gentlemen who had to hear it last week, Lego, you need to go back and watch my rant.
It's at the tail end of the stream.
Tail end of the stream. Yes, you don't have to watch the whole episode. It's fine. Just watch my rant.
Not the last 15 minutes.
I have some feelings.
I will say that, talking with people at trivia and karaoke last night, mentioning, I think that I have my favorite Superman movie in a film, and it used to be Superman and Lois doing the interview in the 1978 Superman. That used to be it, because that scene is wonderful. But when he turned himself in for the dog, it's not even a good one. But he's alone, and he's probably scared. Fucking Superman. That's my Superman. Right there.
You know who my Superman is? My Superman is from a series on collegehumor.com from back in the day, where it's The Dark Knight meets Superman, and then then there's a second one, and Superman comes in. Batman is over explaining everything, and Superman just solves every one of Batman's problems in 10 seconds. Yeah. And Batman's trying to get things done. He's making a ship in a bottle. Superman is. He's got a beer koozie on his head, with the straw going in. And then at one point, Batman's there by himself because the rest of the Justice League had to go solve something that was happening on the other side of the world. So Batman is stuck trying to save Metropolis, and Superman comes in and is like, "Oh, it's Invasion Tuesday again." And he's like, "Ugh," and just ices the whole sky, and all the invaders just fall down. And Batman looks at him like, "You have freeze breath?" "Yeah, I guess so. I don't know." Superman in that is my Superman. That Superman is fantastic.
We should do sorry, this has nothing to do with what you're just saying, but does have something to do with what we were just talking about. How have we never done a best needle drops in movies?
That's a fair.
We should do that. Juice, you're here tonight. You're invited back, obviously, for that. If you would like to come, that would be a fun episode. I think I'd really have to rack my brain and think of some of my faves. There'd be some crossover for sure.
The other one that I thought like a fun stream to do would be like, I forget exactly how I phrased it. I thought of this a while ago, but like, what are the most unrecastable roles? Like, you cannot picture anybody other than the person
James
who,
Earl Jones and anything he ever was cast
in. But like I'll give, people say like Samuel L. Jackson is Nick Fury. Like,
yeah, that's a good, yeah, that would be a fun thing to discuss.
Like, there is nobody else who could play that role. Like, Dolph Lundgren is He-Man. Like, that's just definitive.
He is the Punisher.
I actually watched the 1989 Punisher this afternoon.
It's kind of fucking bomb, right?
Yeah,
Letterbox. I'm not just saying that.
So I put a link in the chat, by the way, real quick, just need to mention this because Mike, this is so up your alley, and everybody who's on the stream and in chat needs to watch this. There was a TV show with Mitchell and Webb. That Mitchell and Webb look was like a sketch comedy show, and they did this thing that was a superhero team up group TV show, and it was the Angel Summoner and the BMX Bandit. So the BMX Bandit would like try to do his like flips and tricks and shit, and then like why we can summon the horde of angels.
Mm-hmm. Also, I think like any superhero gang, it's like a god, and then it's like some dude. And you're
Sorry,
like,
Benny.
I can't believe that this dude is an asset to the team. Like, come on.
So yeah, check it out for sure. Benny, what are your thoughts on the Punisher?
My thoughts on the Punisher, legitimate ones or extraneous ones? Like, if it's an extraneous one, I think that the Punisher should just start killing Avengers because they're really responsible for large numbers of loss of life. So, I mean, eventually, I think we need to get a Punisher John Barenthal kills everyone else. I actually think that's how the multiverse saga should end, with just John Barenthal killing everyone. And then, then Kevin Feige going, I guess we got to recast.
Well, did you ever see Thanos Wins? Did you ever read like the comics for that or know about the story? At the end of so it gets to the end of time, and it's Thanos, Deadpool, and the other last remaining being was the Punisher, but he became the Ghost Rider, so he can't die as well. And he lost his mind, but he did go through and just wipe everybody out, like to try and like not have conflict, and then Thanos just kept going. Yeah,
I do think that Thanos is the hero, but
well, there's definitely an argument for that. But I like it that it's the Punisher, but you also got to keep Wong. So just the Punisher and Wong together.
Yeah, I think Wong would definitely needs to survive and team up. I just wanted to be known. I told Mike this already, but today, so you know what? Well, most of you probably know. I've at least ran into Mike and AJ about this many times in my life. That as a woman, and if you're in certain fandoms, most of which I happen to be in, unfortunately, you have to be prepared at all times with like random ass facts about things because you're a fake fan automatically because you're a female. And so you have to be at the ready. You wear a Beatles shirt, you got to be ready with 5 facts about the Beatles, or else like you're a fake fan. God forbid someone wear clothing. But anyways, today I happen to work with children. And so I work at a place where there's lots of, things that children like superheroes and Mickey Mouse, and also things that I like because I am a child at heart. And so I happened to be working right by a comic book strip wall, and it was a Marvel wall. So it has like Spider-Man and the Hulk and, all that jazz, and Captain America and Iron Man and another Marvel character. And this dad walks in with a child, and he's like, oh, we got Spider-Man, we got the Hulk, God, I can't think of this guy's name. And I'm not looking at it because I'm like busy dealing with the kid. And so the dad goes, and He-Man. And I was like, that's Thor. He's 100% Thor. But he's a guy. So he'll never have to be called out for that. He can wear Marvel stuff and not have to be ready with an encyclopedia of facts about it. But I was like, you know. But yeah, I was like, He-Man. Okay, that's interesting. So close, buddy. But so far away.
Cool story, bro.
Mm-hmm. And it cracked me up today. And I was like, hashtag men are fake fans. You know? Yeah.
I don't have an easy solution to that.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you acknowledge that, you know? I don't either. I'm a big, I saw a post once about if you're wearing something and someone asks you, like, if you're wearing, like, you know, a band tee or something and someone's like, name 3 songs, you just yell at them, name 3 women who trust you. And I'm going to start doing that if I'm being real honest. I'm just going to, whatever. If nothing else, it'll really throw them off their game.
So what you should do is you should
like
keep a copy of the
Sandra
red
and
tent.
Jane. Like, what are you going to do?
What am I going to do? And I'll be like, that's great. I'm really great that those women really appreciate you.
Okay, so what you need to do is it's gonna be kind of expensive. You need to keep a copy of the red tent on you at all times and just give it out. Name 3, then just give them a copy of the red tent.
I literally, and I mean, still to this day, I don't own anything that I'm not like hardcore about. And this is something I like about younger generations is, again, I work with kids and teenagers, and some teenagers will walk in on like a Pink Floyd shirt. And one of my male dude bro bosses will be like, oh, Pink Floyd, you like them? And they go, no, I just like the shirt. And I was like, God, I respect that so much. Like, I'm always ready for the pop quiz. I'm like, let me tell you about why I'm wearing this, whatever. And I was like, you know what? The kids are all right. You know, they're just out here. They're like, I don't know. I like this shirt, like whatever. And I was like, fuck yeah. I respect that about you so much.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
just start yelling at people. Name 3 women who trust you.
It's funny though. Like I think the opposite can happen too, though. I work at a hotel, and there was a gentleman who was there. I believe he was from Germany or somewhere in that general area. And most of my coworkers and stuff are like, "Oh, Tim again." And he comes in one day and he's wearing a shirt from the band Opeth, and like he's usually in like business attire and stuff like that. And I just walked out from like,
"This is my time."
I was like, "Dude, Blackwater Park's one of my favorite albums." His eyes light up. He's like, "You know who they are?" And then he winds up becoming like my favorite person there. Everybody else has dismissed this guy, and all of a sudden he's become my best friend. So you know it can go both ways.
Yes. Also, in another way in which the kids are, right? I told Mike this earlier. I was like, this is why I will always prefer working with children over adults in so many ways. But yesterday, I had a great in-depth conversation about dinosaurs with one of my friends. We were going all in. And here I was thinking I needed to dumb myself down because I was like, I'm talking to a kid. I'm not going to use like super fancy lingo. I was like, I like the ones that eat plants because they're less scary. And he's like, my favorite herbivore is. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay, listen, herbivore. Now that I know we're on the same level, let's go. He was great. 10 out of 10. Today, another one of my friends, we had an entire conversation about superheroes, and he saw Superman, and he's excited for Fantastic Four, and which toys he has. He doesn't have Captain America yet. I'm really holding out hope for him that he gets Captain America soon. Which, you know, Black Panther he likes, this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, adults could never. Like, this is quality conversation. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I think there's always a trade-off with anything generationally. If we're what's that?
Gotta permeate.
I'm just out here permeating all the time.
No, you're right. The modern generation, they are much freer, but I think there's a price to pay with anything you gain.
Yeah.
Like trying to think, I think society's better with lower amounts of shame, but when there's a large drop off in the amount of shame, like in the previous culture was built heavily on shame, the previous culture starts to unravel too quickly. True. Sorry, I'm going off on a random tangent, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. I also sometimes shit on Gen Z. It's fine. They're great, but they're not, you know? But I think that's any generation. If they can make fun of us, I can make fun of them. It's fine.
Benny, do you have that Skibbity Riz in Ohio?
Do I have a what?
Yep.
Exactly.
6'7" mid. Yeah.
No, I'm completely lost. I've been thrown in the middle of something here I don't
They've been saying
understand.
some weird stuff sometimes.
Get that Costco hot dog. Let's go.
Lizzie.
I don't like Sugar Dale hot dogs. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair. What's your favorite hot dog, Benny? I've never asked you this question.
Ooh, that is a tough one. Or my favorite, if we're talking quality, a Bahama Mama, which is the hot dog they make here in Ohio. Well, they make it everywhere, but there's like a specific brand in Ohio from this one restaurant called Schmidt's, and they're famous for it. That's probably the best hot dog. But I eat cheddar wurst essentially every day because I have to keep this rotund full.
Yeah.
You see,
so when I'm in Ohio, I need to get this Bahama Mama hot dog, is what you're saying?
You're not going to eat that.
Yeah, stock up.
Well, they probably have a vegetarian version. I feel like, listen, anywhere I've been. Yeah. So when I went to Minneapolis, the thing is Juicy Lucy's, and they had a vegan version. Like, you can always find, you know.
What is a vegan Juicy Lucy?
It's like a, you know, a veggie patty with vegan cheese in it.
Is it like a nutritional yeast sauce that's inside of a?
I can't tell you what the sauce is that they put on it. I just know that it was one time that we went to a place. My friend Katie, if you ever travel with her, she's very good at finding like the local cuisine, but finding a vegan version because she's vegan. I'm vegetarian, so I love the dairy. Okay, I'm fine with animal byproducts personally. But when I'm traveling with her, it's easier for me to eat vegan most of the time because it's easier for me to go to her side than obviously her to go to my side, right? So she always finds really good options. When we went to Sweden, she found vegan Swedish meatballs, delicious. She will find the local delicacy, but find a version that like we can eat. And so she was like, all right, I found this one restaurant and we can get a Juicy Lucy so we can say that we've done it when we've been to Minneapolis. And I was like, okay. And I don't know, it was delightful personally. So I'm sure, you know, I could find a version. That's all I'm saying. I'll message Katie. She knows the ropes.
I respect people that can commit to being a vegetarian, but I have like a singular hatred of cows. Like if there was a way to make sure that cows died without eating meat, like I'd be all for it. But I can't wear leather. What's that?
I said, what did a cow ever do to you?
Oh, they're setting us up. Like this whole thing is a setup. Like if you look at it, cows have domesticated us. They've addicted us to their bodily fluids. They've taught us to take care of their young for them so they can just laze about not doing anything. You know, so you have to understand. Right. What's that?
I said, you're so right. This is a conspiracy. This is a cow.
Yes, and they're teaching us
are doing things to us.
Yes, and they're making us wear their skin so we get an inferiority complex to the cow. Like we think that's what you should look like on the outside. And so we're sit here with no confidence because we don't look like a cow. We're addicted to their bodily fluids. And then one day they're just going to be like, no, and they're going to hold it all back. And then this AI and everything's not going to mean shit because we're going to be a bunch of cow slaves.
The cow overlords are going to take over is what you're saying.
Guys, our viewership in India just hit 0.
I saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
It's 2 minutes for roping. I like that. You're a jabroni.
What's fun is that's about to play again because we're going to end the stream. And it was set up to do that. We end the stream.
I saw Wallace Shawn die. Wallace Shawn is dead.
It's 2 minutes for roping. You're a jabroni.